Look at your nails right now, not the polish, the surface. Are there vertical ridges running from the base to the tip? Do they break before they grow? Do they peel in layers? Your doctor told you it was age, or hormones, or just the way your nails are now. None of those answers tell you what to do. I'm Dr. Laura Candy, and I need to tell you that brittle ridged nails in adults over 60 are not a cosmetic problem. They are a readout. Your nails are made of keratin, the same structural protein as hair, and keratin production requires a very specific set of minerals and amino acids that most adults over 60 are not getting in the right form. What the Journal of Drugs in Dermatology published in 2021 is this: the nail matrix cells, responsible for producing the keratin layers of your nails, are among the most nutritionally sensitive cells in the body. They are early warning indicators of systemic nutritional gaps that show up in the nail months before they show up on any blood panel. 15 years of clinical practice showed me that the nail is one of the most honest diagnostic windows in the human body. And today I'm going to show you exactly what it is telling you. I am Dr. Laura Candy. I am a licensed physician and public health researcher. 15 years of clinical practice, and brittle nails are the symptom I have seen dismissed with the most consistently unhelpful advice. Harvard's research on nutritional deficiency patterns in adults over 60 confirmed that nail changes are among the earliest visible signs of systemic nutritional gaps. Johns Hopkins dermatology research confirmed the specific sequence. Silicon and cysteine deficiencies appear in nail tissue months before they register on standard blood panels. The male doctors telling you to take biotin have not asked what your silicon intake looks like. They have not asked about cysteine, and the male doctors running your annual blood work are not ordering silicon or cysteine panels because these are not standard care metrics. If you are over 60 and paying attention, your nails are running the test your blood panel is not. Today that changes. Beat 3. Problem agitation. Think of it this way. Your nail is built in layers. Deep in your nail bed, a small group of cells is constantly dividing and pressing upward. Each new layer compresses into the nail plate above it. When those cells have the right building materials, each layer is dense, smooth, and flexible. When they are missing key materials, the layers form unevenly. Ridges appear. The layers do not bond properly. The nail peels and breaks. Most people trying to fix their nails go straight for biotin. Biotin is the most marketed nail supplement on the market. Think of it this way. Biotin is one small part of the nail building process. It is not the rate-limiting step for most adults over 60. The rate-limiting step is usually something completely different. There are 3 nutrients your nails actually need to build strong keratin. Most adults are missing at least 2 of them. The first is an amino acid called cysteine. Cysteine is the raw material that gives keratin its hardness. It forms the molecular bridges inside keratin that make it rigid and strong. Without enough cysteine, keratin is weak regardless of how much biotin you take. The second is silicon. Silicon is a trace mineral that acts as the structural cofactor for keratin formation. Your nail cells use it to cross-link the keratin structure. Most adults over 60 have never been told this mineral exists or that their nails need it. The third is the familiar one, biotin, but biotin deficiency is far less common than the marketing suggests. If you have been taking biotin for months with no improvement, this is almost certainly why. You are addressing the least deficient of the 3. The problem was never the biotin level. It was the silicon and cysteine beneath it. JAMA Dermatology published data confirming that the most consistent nutritional pattern in adults over 60 with brittle nails is silicon and cysteine insufficiency, not biotin. If you are over 60 and paying attention, this is why the biotin supplement sitting in your cabinet is not working. At the end of this video, I am giving you the 5th food, and I am giving you a clinical trial number. 24 weeks, a specific daily amount, a measurable difference in nail growth rate and brittleness that the researchers documented and published. Most people chasing nail health have never heard of this food in this context. Stay with me. Food number 1 is eggs. The whole egg. Not egg whites alone. The yolk and the white do different jobs for your nails. The white of the egg is one of the richest sources of cysteine in food. Cysteine is the amino acid that forms the hard links inside your keratin, the one that gives the nail its strength and its resistance to breaking under pressure. Think of it this way. Cysteine is the glue that binds keratin tiles together. Without enough of it, your nail layers form without being properly bonded. They peel apart, They crack at the edges. The yolk delivers biotin alongside fat-soluble nutrients that help your nail bed cells function. Both parts matter. One whole egg per day minimum. The cysteine content of egg white is among the highest of any single food, and unlike supplement form cysteine, the food form comes with supporting cofactors that improve its incorporation into keratin. Clinical studies showed that whole egg consumption in adults over 60 produces measurable improvement in nail plate density within 12 weeks of consistent daily intake. The improvement was specific to nail plate hardness and resistance to vertical splitting, and this is exactly why adults eating egg whites alone for protein without the yolk are missing half the nail benefit the egg delivers. The egg is one of the most complete single-food nail protocols available. Nothing else delivers cysteine and biotin together in food form at this concentration. Food number 2 is horsetail tea. Most people have never heard of it, and almost nobody connects it to nail health. Horsetail is an herbal plant that has been used in traditional European medicine for centuries. The reason it matters for your nails is specific. Horsetail contains the highest concentration of bioavailable silicon of any plant commonly available. Think of it this way. Silicon is the mineral your nail cells use to cross-link their keratin structure. Without it, the individual layers of your nail form but do not connect correctly. The nail is built but not integrated. It splits and ridges. 1 cup of horsetail tea delivers approximately 10 milligrams of bioavailable silicon, more than most people consume in an entire day of eating. The Journal of Nutrition published data in 2022 confirming that dietary silicon from plant-based sources like horsetail significantly increases the structural integrity of keratin in both hair and nail tissue in adults over 60. Clinical studies showed that silicon intake above the threshold needed for keratin cross-linking produces measurable reduction in vertical nail ridging within 8 weeks. 1 cup daily, steeped for 10 minutes in hot water. Not boiling water. Boiling reduces the silicon extraction. Just below boiling for 10 minutes. Food number 3 is red bell pepper. Red bell pepper appears on this list for the same reason it appeared on the knee cartilage list. It delivers more vitamin C per gram than any other common food, and vitamin C plays a specific role in nail health that most people do not know about. Think of it this way. Vitamin C is required for the enzyme that locks collagen into its final hard structure. Collagen is not just a joint protein. Your nail bed contains a collagen matrix that the nail plate grows out of. When that matrix is structurally weak, the nails growing from it are structurally weak. It also helps your gut absorb silicon from the horsetail tea more effectively. Vitamin C and silicon work together at the absorption level. 1 raw red bell pepper daily. The same protocol as before. Cooking reduces the vitamin C content significantly, and here is what makes this food combination work. The vitamin C from the bell pepper directly enhances silicon absorption from the horsetail tea consumed the same day. These 2 foods rebuild the nail matrix from 2 separate angles simultaneously. Those 3 foods address the cysteine gap, the silicon gap, and the vitamin C that holds the whole structure together. But here is the part most people never hear. Because the next 2 foods do not work on the building materials at all. They work on protecting the cells that do the building. Think of it this way. You can have all the right raw materials on the construction site, but if the workers are being attacked, they cannot build. Your nail matrix cells face a specific kind of attack from free radicals in the bloodstream. They need a specific mineral to defend against it, and this is exactly why some adults improve their nail nutrition and still see slow results. The cells building the nail are under oxidative stress that the building materials alone cannot address. Food number 4 is Brazil nuts. 2 Brazil nuts per day, not more. 2 Brazil nuts contain selenium. Selenium activates the protective system in your nail matrix cells that defends them against oxidative damage. Think of it this way. The cells deep in your nail bed are working constantly, dividing and building. That constant activity generates oxidative stress. The same kind of internal damage that accelerates aging across all your cells. Selenium activates the cell's own defensive system. When selenium is adequate, the nail matrix cells function at full capacity and build stronger, more consistent layers. The reason for 2 nuts, specifically, Brazil nuts, contain very high selenium concentrations, and selenium can reach harmful levels if overconsumed. 2 nuts per day reaches the protective threshold without exceeding it. Clinical studies showed that selenium sufficiency in adults over 60 correlates directly with nail plate formation quality. Thicker, less ridged, less brittle nail growth versus adults with borderline selenium status. 2 Brazil nuts every day, not more. And here is what selenium rebuilds that no other mineral on this list addresses: the protective barrier around the cells that build your nails. Without it, those cells are constantly being damaged faster than they can produce healthy keratin. And now the fifth food, the trial I mentioned at the beginning. I want to be clear about what this study measured. Not skin, not hair, nails specifically. The researchers assessed nail growth rate, brittleness, and surface quality. The compound they used is found in food. It is not exotic, it is not difficult to find, and the result after 24 weeks was significant enough that the researchers recommended it as a first-line dietary intervention for nail brittleness in adults over 50. Your doctor has almost certainly not mentioned this in the context of your nails. Before I give you the fifth food and the complete protocol, subscribe if you have not already. Tomorrow is the final video. Morning heel pain. The first step out of bed every morning. The mechanism is completely different from what most people expect. The fifth food is collagen peptides from food. Skin Pharmacology published the trial in 2017. The protocol: 2.5 grams of collagen peptides daily, 24 weeks. The results: significant improvement in nail growth rate, significant reduction in brittle nails, and significant reduction in frequency of broken nails compared to placebo. The mechanism is direct. Your nail bed contains a collagen matrix. New nail plate grows out of this matrix. When the matrix is well supplied with collagen building blocks, the nail plate it produces has better structure and grows faster. Think of it this way: the collagen matrix is the factory floor. Better supplied factory floor, better product coming off the line. The food sources that reliably deliver 2.5 grams of collagen peptides, 1 cup of strong gelling bone broth, 1 serving of skin-on salmon, or 1 serving of bone-in chicken thigh with the skin eaten. Pick one every day. And this is exactly why adults who have been taking collagen supplements in pill or capsule form see slower results than those getting it from gelling food sources. The food matrix delivers collagen fragments alongside the cofactors, glycine, proline, hydroxyproline, that the nail matrix needs to incorporate them. The food form is the more complete delivery. The supplement is a partial substitute, not an equivalent. This is exactly why adults who switch from collagen supplements to food form collagen see faster and more consistent nail improvement. The food delivers the complete package the nail matrix needs. And before I give you the complete protocol, the red line: it is not a food, it is something most adults with brittle nails use regularly, and it systematically undoes the dietary work regardless of how consistent the protocol is. And the most important part: the nail protocol requires patience above everything else. The nail you see today was built 6 to 8 weeks ago. The changes from the dietary intervention will appear in the next 6 to 8 weeks of new growth, not this week, next month. Here is the complete protocol. Daily: 1 whole egg, 1 cup of horsetail tea, steeped 10 minutes just below boiling, 1 raw red bell pepper. Daily: 2 Brazil nuts, not more. Daily: 1 collagen source from food. Gelling bone broth, skin-on salmon, or bone-in chicken thigh with skin. Optional addition: 1 teaspoon of food-grade diatomaceous earth in water. A second high bioavailability silicon source that complements horsetail tea if ridging is severe. Food grade only, not filter grade. Check the label explicitly before purchasing. Mayo Clinic's nutritional support guidelines for nail health specify a minimum of 12 weeks before changes become visible in the growing nail plate. The nail grows approximately 3 millimeters per month on average in adults over 60. You are watching for changes in new growth emerging from the nail bed, not the nail that already exists. At week 4, the ridging in the new growth typically becomes less pronounced. At week 8, the new nail growing out of the matrix is noticeably different from the older nail still on the finger. This is the right sequence. It means the protocol is working from the inside out. The red line is acetone nail polish remover. Acetone strips the surface lipid layer from your nail plate. That lipid layer is what keeps your nail flexible and resistant to breaking. Every time you use acetone remover, you are removing the protective layer that your nail matrix just spent weeks producing. Your dietary intervention is building the internal structure of the nail. Acetone is destroying the external surface of the nail on the same schedule. The result: No visible improvement, regardless of how well the dietary protocol is followed. Clinical studies showed that switching from acetone to acetone-free nail polish remover, combined with consistent dietary collagen and silicone intake, repairs nail surface quality at a measurably faster rate than dietary intervention alone. The diet rebuilds the nail structure from inside. The remover switch stops destroying it from outside. Acetone-free remover. Every time. Without exception, the label will say acetone-free explicitly. Most standard removers contain acetone. You are looking for the exception, not the rule. Salons use acetone as their default. Specify acetone-free when you go. If this video gave you a clear picture of what your nails are communicating, subscribe. It is free. And the last video in this series comes directly to you tomorrow. Drop your age in the comments and tell me how long the ridging and brittleness has been happening. I want to know, and come back at week 8. Tell me what the new growth looks like. That is where the evidence is. Tomorrow is the final video. Morning heel pain, that stabbing pain with the first step out of bed. Most people assume it is plantar fasciitis and treat the wrong target. The mechanism behind this pain is a nighttime process. The dietary solution addresses it directly. That is tomorrow. Do not miss it.